Hi, my name is Sarah Reed, and I've designed a couple of games with my husband Will that have been published. Now, I was inspired to create this game because I was very frustrated by the prevalence of take-that mechanisms and negative player interactions in competitive games. I wanted to create positive gaming experiences with positive player interactions, and not just in co-ops. I took Take That and flipped it on its head and turned it into Have This. So no matter whether a player wins or loses, they leave the table full of warm and fuzzy feelings. Players are all part of the Brighton Brigade, and the group's purpose is to help change grumpy feelings into warm, fuzzy ones by utilizing the resources of happiness. The goal of the game is to either be the best spreader of positivity or most loved at the end of the game. On a turn, you have 3 phases: creating positivity, fuzzy feelings, and cleanup. During Phase 1, creating positivity, you have 2 actions that you can do in any order. One action is to take 2 resources from the supply that are not wilds. The other action is you may play up to 3 warm fuzzy cards from your hand. Warm fuzzy cards allow you to manipulate resources. During playtesting, we saw players really getting into the spirit of the theme and actually giving each other high fives or blowing kisses. Next is Phase 2, Fuzzy Feelings. Here you must turn at least 1 grumpy in the row into a warm fuzzy, if you can. You select a grumpy and place the required resources next to the grumpy from your supply. Then you choose another player. That player will either choose to gain the victory points listed on the top right corner of the grumpy, or they will gain the resources that were used to turn the grumpy. Then you add the grumpy card to your hand. The top card of the deck is added to the row. You may turn more grumpies if you can. Meaningful choices are important, as well as social aspects in this game. Socially, players have to pick one friend over another. Gameplay, they have to consider the position of every player in the game. The last phase is cleanup. If you are unable to turn a grumpy into a warm fuzzy, each other player may give you one of their resources that is not a wild. If they do, they gain a wild from the supply. Lastly, you must discard down to 6 resources and pick up any played warm fuzzy cards. The game ends when the end of game card is revealed in the deck and that player finishes their turn. The 2 winners are determined and are awarded the Certificate of Friendship card. With so many positive loops and interactions during the game, it's all wrapped up in a fun and silly moment at the end, with everyone moving on full of warm and fuzzy feelings.